For those of you playing BarneyMillennium Bingo, get ready to cross off the Season 11 square. In my review of Pistachio, I briefly touched on some other episodes from the era that give the season its weird, infamous character. There are a handful of alright, perfectly passable stories, your uncomfortable, poorly executed morals, and then there are the concepts that are somewhere in the middle and are guaranteed to get you an alright response. Today's infamous episode, BJ the Great, is one of those. The episode begins with Barney's magic show. BJ, who may have forgotten some of their past escapades, is so taken with Barney's flowers out of a hat trick that he informs him of his wish to do magic too. I don't usually point this out because then the video would be several days long, but the Carey Tilt, the colloquial fandom term for Barney performer Carey Stinson's late season tendency to lean to the side constantly, instead of actually, emoting, as he explains magic to BJ and not just barely moving Barney's mouth, is super prevalent in this scene and just adds further to the mixed bag that is this Barney era. After dropping some minor lore on practice and imagination, Barney reassures BJ that he's fully capable of doing magic, and we rotate around the park to A Bright New Day, a song that's, in professional terms, is like fine. All the kids that Hit Entertainment had to put into the episode are all crammed into the caboose step choir over here. Once done frolicking, BJ declares that he is BJ the Great in his best reverb plugin from Audacity voice. Baby Bop reminds him that he doesn't actually know any tricks, which is funny and true, which Baby Bop is not often allowed to be during this season, so I'll take it. BJ tells the others to come to the caboose in a few minutes to see his show, which, of course, prompts Tracy to ask if Barney thinks he'll be able to pull that off. Barney replies that he doesn't know, cap scale 1000, and goes to see if he needs any help. High Wizard BJ is, of course, not having any luck spawning a rabbit into his hat, probably because no one thought to explain to Bro that magic tricks are just that, tricks. Barney originally stated that it took imagination and practice to do magic, but when he pops over to help BJ, he tells him that he could do magic if he read a book about it. Why didn't you just give him that from the get-go? Why are we gatekeeping? Are we doing actual witchcraft over here? Don't tell the evangelical Barney aunties. Or is this all sleight of Dino Hand? Additionally, the vague notion of practice and, actually setting out to learn something are different stages, and while I agree there's some overlap between these concepts, why not lead with this? Yes, BJ does need to practice magic to get good at it, as Barney has helpfully reminded us multiple times, but more so what he really needs is the patience to begin learning. I'm not sure how applicable this forcing yourself to buckle down and learn a trade of your own volition is to the target demographic. I don't know what I expect from this season, but hey. But BJ is certainly having a time with it. There's also something funny about Barney the teacher just sort of being like, here's the book, go imagine and practice about it. Maybe he's taking the college professor approach. Trying and Trying features a montage of BJ doing just that, and having a modicum of success with some amusing moments. He isn't quite getting the rabbit, but he's definitely practicing, which is what the episode wants to be the takeaway. While, yeah, initially BJ did say he didn't have the time, clearly he does, and has taken Barney up on his advice. Obviously, it'll take more, but there's nothing more fun than being constantly reminded to practice when you're actively doing so. By the time BJ's supposed to do his show, he's not ready, and while Barney suggests he ought to just tell the others that, he instead asks Baby Bop to be in the show. Once again, is this a patience episode or a practice makes better situation? More at 9. BJ asks her to stand behind the curtain and hide when he says the magic words, so it'll look as if she's been despawned, which I'm sure has to be in Barney's magic trick book somewhere, unless there are real incantations BJ is learning. BJ starts up the show, says his magic words, and sure enough, Baby Bop is nowhere to be seen for a few seconds, but she's just chilling over here with a turtle. Baby Bop gets the tremendous idea to draft the turtle in BJ's show, and when he tries to spawn his sister back in, he is greeted with the terrifying realization that his magic is so great that he has transfigured her into a turtle. The others, who obviously know because they saw, unlike the devastated warlock BJ, who is visibly tripping, tell him that Baby Bop is around there somewhere instead of just, calming him down by saying that he hasn't committed a wizard crime. BJ attempts to return the turtle back to Baby Bop, fails, and then the girls run off to get some food for Turtle Bop. BJ laments that he should have practiced more, which, yes, true, he should have, I suppose, but it's clear from his reaction that he was expecting to just potentially flat out fail instead of psychologically tormenting himself. And Barney kinda stammers unhelpfully. Something hilarious about singing, "Mistakes are the way we learn," while being under the belief that you have turned your sibling into a non-sentient animal. Totally relatable lesson, guys. I mean, this has happened to all of us at some point. Barney is really holding off on telling BJ what's going on when the girls return with some lettuce for Turtle Bop and encourage him to look at the bright side. Now he has a sister and a pet. This is crazy work. Welcome again to Season 11. Baby Bop speaks to BJ from beyond the caboose closet. He, of course, thinks the turtle is doing the speaking, and reassures him that he does know the magic word to get her back, which is, of course, please. BJ, thrilled to see Baby Bop return, is quick to jump into being together. After the dance, BJ is still confused about the whole turtle situation, and understandably so. It's not like anyone wanted to take a minute to explain anything to him, or actually get the episode's message across until the tail end. Barney assures BJ that he can still be a good magician if he practices, and either way, he will always be BJ the Great to them. This episode is so hilariously convoluted. I think the most logical carry-through would have been for BJ, getting ahead of himself as usual, to totally tank his magic show and not be able to perform any of the tricks he'd failed to practice. My problem with the episode is that we do see him at least attempt to work at his craft, so it's not a problem of him being too unwilling to practice. He just needed some actual guidance from Barney to work through the problem, not to be scared into thinking he needed to practice, or else something terrible would happen. High stakes, low-key. I guess I can at least sort of see what they were trying to go for, which is more than you can say for other episodes around this time. But again, it just kind of leaves you wondering. It does have its share of amusing tidbits, and of course, that late-stage, infamous episode energy we all know. Practice your magic, gang, or Barney'll let you think you've cast a curse. And as always, if you're looking to learn more, don't hesitate to check out my friends at Barney Wiki and Barney History Fans. Thanks for watching.